I don't know if I've ever had a brain freeze then. Mine only hurts in the top of like the roof of my mouth.
Do you
Might
want
be
to
something missing up there.
From Maine's cold coast to Connecticut pride, Vermont's green hills take it all in stride. Massachusetts traffic we grip and we grind with a Dunkin' iced coffee and no peace of mind. So New England stands up proud. Chowder thick, we shout it loud. From Fenway chants to Rhode Island tide, New Hampshire's cry, live free or die. So New England with Ian Brownhill.
Good friggin' morning from New England, folks. Welcome back to episode 62 of the So New England podcast. I'm your host, Ian Brownhill, joined by my co-host, Robert Travisano. All things life's better in New England. So New England podcast producer, Vinny G, behind the camera, not even paying attention as per usual, because he is just a brainiac.
You better be ready.
Anyways, this one is near and dear to my heart, a staple of my youth. Everything that I strived for to be in my entire life was a cup of what we have on today. So, RJ, please tell us who our guest is today.
Our next guest is here to shed some delicious flavor on today's pod. Although known for one, this New England staple has dozens of delicious treats that will cool you off on any day, in any weather, having your taste buds begging for more, and maybe give you a good old-fashioned brain freeze. From Maine all the way down to Connecticut. If you see their lemon, you get the instant feeling of, ooh, I could go for a nice cup of... Here today to tell us their story that dates all the way back to 1840, we have representing Dell's Lemonade, Mr. Ben Morris.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so my name's Ben. I've been with Dell's a little over a year. Started back in late August, early September of last year. Fresh out of Johnson & Wales.
Jay Woo.
Woo woo.
Yes, sir. Down in Cranston. Never took a class downtown, but little happy about that. But yeah,
Sounded personal, Ben.
No, I don't know. I mean, I'm from Cranston, so that really
Made it a lot easier than having to come
Yeah.
up to the city.
It's a far drive.
and just hometown pride, you know.
There you go.
But yeah, so went there for nutrition and was looking around after my internship for positions around home. Wanted to stay at home. Found Dell's, interviewed, and seemed like a really good fit. So just started from there. And a lot of this stuff, like day to day, is like research and development. So making new flavors, ingredient upkeep, inventory, stuff like that, and then helping out with production during the summer. And I've just been loving it so far.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like being able to work in your home state for such a big company as Dell's, that's like, when I say big company, of course, not everyone from New England is going to get it the way that we get it, but Dell's is like a staple
Yeah, it's
of our
iconic.
community. So like that must be like pretty cool. Like being able to tell your
Oh, yeah.
friends, family, and just like be like, hey man, I work for Dell's. I'm
Yeah.
like the guy at Dell's.
Yeah, such a privilege, and I mean the bragging rights are like can't beat it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool.
That's
And-
awesome. So tell us a little bit about like the backstory of Dell's. Cause if I'm being honest, I know it as delicious and brain freeze and a little pretzel and no straw. Like that's where my knowledge ends. So give us the backstory of Dell's. Like how did it come about? When did it start? Like I want the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah, like you mentioned, 1840s in Napoli, Italy. It was actually the great grandfather of the current owner, Bruce DeLucia. So that's where Dell's comes from, DeLucia.
Oh, no kidding. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so they would make it with like shaved ice from like ice caves and just sugar and fresh lemon juice, and
Damn.
slowly just brought it over. I believe the 19 teens they came over, started a cart in Cranston in 1948, and then just kept rolling from there. The first franchise started actually in Coventry, and then just kept growing. Went all the way up to Maine. Had one in Hawaii at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Dang.
Yeah, yeah.
Makes sense.
Hawaii. I didn't
Yep.
know that you guys got all the way over there.
That's crazy.
yeah. I
That's
think-
competitive market over there for the shaved ice.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I mean, it was during the 90s and early 2000s, so not as much
Yeah.
tourism as there is now. But yeah, all the way down to Florida. Got one in Vegas still. Smaller accounts in California. Pretty much all over the country.
That's amazing.
Yeah, very cool. And I think we're at 19 total franchises right now. Mostly centered around Northeast, mostly Rhode Island, couple in Massachusetts, one in Connecticut, and but still like new smaller accounts pop up all the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how does that work? So I didn't realize that Dell's was like, you could franchise Dell's. I wasn't sure if you guys just kind of did it on your own accord or if it was like people come to you and it's like, hey,
Yeah.
I want to franchise this.
Yeah,
And
no,
how do the tiers work? Because there's like the trucks, then there's like actual locations. I've seen like little pull carts. I've been rollerblading on the East Bay bike path. Geez, that was a tongue twister. And like I've been rollerblading, and there's just like a little sidecar, and I was like, oh, I didn't, So I've seen a lot of different options. How does that work?
So like trucks and carts, those will all be sent out by the respective franchise. So like
Gotcha.
East Bay Bike Path, that would be East Providence sending out a cart or truck to that location. And there's some like annoying stuff with like getting the rights to certain areas. You got to do bids and contracting with the state, city, whatever. But for the most part, like trucks, carts come from each franchise, and then the Cranston headquarters does own some land, but they'll have a manager or franchisee like operate that franchise.
Gotcha. So the location where you guys are headquarters, like that storefront there, is still franchised by somebody else?
No, that one is run by us.
That one's run by you guys. Oh, okay. Yeah. Interesting. So tell us about the origin of the flavors then, because obviously like the lemon is like the go-to, but there's quite a few out there. I mean, I feel like when you go to a truck, it's usually like lemon or watermelon, but there are other flavors, including our secret item right here. We can cut to the wide shot here, Ben, and you can show them. We got this beautiful little travel bag here, which will be coming home with me, by the way. We'll rocks paper for it.
We're going to fist fight for this one.
Fist fight?
Yeah, because I know I can win that one.
Okay.
Rochambeau, not my thing. And I want it.
But yeah, obviously started with the lemon. Starting in like, I believe the 1980s, my current supervisor, Demetrios Kazantzis, he came also from Johnson & Wales. Started on a consultancy basis, working with them, helping them stabilize the recipe, make it mass producible, because that's when they really started getting into franchises. And I think the next flavor he created was watermelon, and then went to blueberry, cherry, and grape. And then slowly, like as times change, market changes, just what people want changes, he's just like kind of rotated flavors. Usually saying around citrus, fruit flavors. But we've dabbled in other areas. Like we have a hot chocolate. Mocha is a one that'll be coming out pretty soon, hopefully. But yeah.
How do you do a hot chocolate shaved ice?
Well, so frozen hot chocolate. But so it's just like cocoa, sugar, milk powder, vanilla, cinnamon. Yeah.
Wonderful. So how many total flavors are there? Is there like an official count of how many flavors have been tried by Dell's?
In total, I don't know. I'd guess probably around 24. For the frozen stuff, if we're talking like our bottle line with the glass, that's probably more like 3-4 dozen, because those are huge in the 90s and 2000s. But right now, I believe frozen, there's 9 or 10.
Interesting. Okay. So that's the next question I was going to follow up with is I would like to talk about the fact that we have the franchises, but there's also a ton of like in-store product. You guys have gotten into a lot of other ventures. How did that come about? Was that just like you guys trying to be innovative? And obviously like, it's a tough market, I'm sure. It's a competitive market. Rhode Island is also a small market, so it's also ultra competitive. So where did the levels of experiencing with new creations come from?
Yeah, so that was a big part of like their expansion endeavors in the 90s. So like when they started doing the franchises out in like Hawaii, for example, they realized, hey, we got something, we got to run with this. And with that, any company, you got to make t-shirts, smaller merchandises, like everything. So that has had the most different product lines, like hundreds. We're talking keychains, candles, lotions, soaps, like everything. So, and we got that all at our
Dell's lemon soap. I don't know.
It's actually pretty nice. Really, like
that sounds I can smell it.
I could see it as like an exfoliant in the shower, like a body wash. I could see that.
Ooh,
yeah.
And it has like the same consistency as like the frozen stuff when it comes out. It's like kind of crystallized, like a body scrub.
Exactly.
I can see you body scrubbing
that's
that.
a good idea. Yeah.
Oh, I'm really picturing it.
That's how I stay silky smooth. Oh, sorry.
That's what he's gonna take home and take that. He's just gonna poke a hole in it. He's just gonna wash himself with it.
It's sticky. But no, yeah. So and those are all like you can buy them all online nowadays, but before it was always at the gift shop down at Oakland Ave.
That's awesome. That's so cool. So talk to me a little bit about when it comes to like the Dell's experience itself. Does Dell's as a corporation or as a company have like a standard in which consumption should happen?
Oh, 100%.
Like some people, I prefer to have a pretzel in it. I don't know where that came from. I'd love to hear that story. If that was something you guys initiated or someone brought it up to you guys, or the no straw thing. Like I would love to see like what is the way that Dell's is meant to be consumed?
Definitely no straw. That's the biggest thing. No straw, no spoon. And I mean, we do offer them because you're going to get people who ask for it, but
Right.
you're meant to squeeze the cup, let the heat from your hand melt it. And you can kind of just like scoop it out of the cup.
Right.
The pretzel thing, I'm actually not too sure about. I think it's just like your salty meets sweet meets the cold. It's just a perfect pairing.
It's a perfect pairing. It's like a little stir thing. I was talking to someone yesterday. Actually, Dell, I did a shoot yesterday and Dell's was featured.
Mhm.
I had the Dell's cup in one of my shots and I was talking about the pretzel to someone and they're like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. And I couldn't really describe it. They're like, but why? I was like, well, it's like salty and sweet. I was like, but you can also like kind of stir it and it keeps the ice moving. So it's like a nice consistency and then it's a little softens the pretzel. I don't know.
No, it's perfect.
This is
Should have
great.
hit him with the science.
Yeah.
Duh. Like, don't you know science? Of course. Jeez, Alu.
Wonderful. Okay, so when it comes to like the bottles, then like the drinks, like the lemonade, how many flavors of there? You said there's 3 dozen. Is that like available now, or that's just how many you've made?
In total, yeah.
Okay, so how many are like active now, and what is, and is that distributed all over the U.S. as well, or is that just like a local thing?
Yeah, no. So that one's actually has probably a broader reach. Like we got those in grocery stores down in, I mean, it goes all the way down to like Georgia, Florida. That one is probably actually more accessible than the frozen stuff. And in total, there were those 3 dozen, but right now I think we got 7. So lemon, tangerine orange, pink lemonade, diet lemonade, tea, and there's one more spacing on it, but yeah.
Very cool.
Unsweetened.
Unsweetened.
Oh yeah, the unsweetened,
You can all
unsweetened
Google-
iced
Yeah,
tea.
There you go. It's about time you woke up. We're shooting a podcast. I'm sorry.
Now,
That's
on
awesome.
a broader scale, like the Dell's experience again, when it comes to the amount of people that are knowledgeable and like informed, I feel like you guys have made like huge strides with like having them at weddings, having them across again all of the U.S. What like stories come to mind that were like success stories for Dell's that helped you guys reach like next level? Was that like government involvement? Was that just like the local word of mouth? What has really helped you guys scale to such a large audience?
I think biggest thing, word of mouth. Like even when you go out of Rhode Island, like people know it, but they don't know it.
Yeah.
But so word of mouth, and then also just like being in movies, TV shows, that has been a huge thing. We were probably the first one was the Providence sitcom drama show back in the 90s. So that one was a big one. But I think we've been in over 7 or 8 different movies, and I don't know how true this is, but apparently the Disney movie Lemonade Mouth is like based off of Dell's. So in that they have like the Mel's lemonade, and I don't know if it's true or not, but they say
That seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
yeah.
I mean, when you do stuff like that, it's especially when you hit that level,
Mm.
it says a lot. Even if they're just mixing your name up
Mm.
by a letter,
Yeah.
that's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
You see a few things like that here and there. It's like, I know what that is. That's pretty cool.
Pretty
That's
cool.
sweet. What would you say was the hardest thing to learn growing up?
Probably learning how to like use, save, or spend money.
You legit worked in banking, did you not?
You're welcome.
Are you still with Dime Bank or are you too Hollywood now?
Okay, rude, but yes, I am.
Imagine your followers finding out you're with a Connecticut-based bank.
Okay, first of all, they have a branch in Wesley, Rhode Island, which is where we grew up. So really that's brownie points because I'm sticking to my roots. Second, I think everyone would appreciate that I'm with a bank that knows and understands their community. Their tagline is legit, community banking lives here.
Hey, I'm not asking you to sell me on it. I've been banking with them for years, and they know me on a first-name basis. I'm just saying I'm surprised is all. I can see the headlines now. Mr. Anti-Connecticut actually banks with local community bank?
Okay, you know what? Follow along with me here. They're FDIC insured, equal housing lenders, wicked friendly. They take care of all my personal needs, have expansive products to help all my businesses, offer lending across the board, merchant services. What more could I possibly want or need? And you know that I secretly like Connecticut, so.
Oh, I hope you heard that, folks. Dime Bank is the reason Ian loves Connecticut.
Okay, you're ridiculous. Funny story though. You know how they have like the mobile app with like banking, Lifesaver, you can do all the deposits. Have you tried to teach your mom how to do the mobile deposit
No.
yet? I was teaching my mom how to do it and she takes a selfie instead of the check. Visit dimebank.com to learn more. Now, when it comes to the expansion specifically in Rhode Island, I would love to talk about like Dell's Rhode Island footprint.
Mm.
Is there like obviously because it started here,
Mhm.
the origin story that you shared already. The family that owns Dell's specifically, have they been passionate about keeping Dell's a Rhode Island brand and like
Oh.
their footprint?
Yeah.
And what kind of involvement do they have in the community too? Because I'm imagining that there's probably some sort of,
100%.
philanthropy footprint as well. So
Yeah. So they really they want it to be commercial and standardized, but without feeling like a big corporation. So everything's kept in-house, no other like production plants out anywhere else. It's all done in Cranston. So that's a big part of it. And, like meetings with franchisees, like it's all very intimate, very personal. We get to know everyone. So that keeps those like family roots intact. And in Rhode Island, just having those Italian American roots, I think speaks to a lot of the people in Rhode Island, huge Italian American population, which really helps. And but yeah.
do you know the science behind a brain freeze and how or why they happen?
I have a good guess. I'm not positive if this is accurate, but we have like trigeminal nerves from our brain all the way down to our nose, top of the roof of the mouth. And those are responsible for your body feeling sensations like heat, like from peppers, spicy peppers, wasabi, horseradish. I'm guessing it's that type of thing, like kind of similar to heat, but inversely.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It
That makes
never,
sense.
actually freezes my brain. It just hurts my mouth. Anyone else?
Oh no, I get like a sensation of like numbness all the way.
Yeah.
In the back of your
Yeah,
head, in
yeah,
the back of your brain, really?
Yeah, I get it up to like kind of
Yeah.
eye level, like especially front more for me. But
I don't know if
Probably-
I've ever had a brain freeze then. Mine only hurts in the top of like the roof of my mouth.
Do you
Might
want
be
to
something missing up there.
Then you're fired. You're not supposed to say that to me. Son of a, I set myself up. That was
You
bad.
did.
That just
did.
proved that I don't have a brain.
I can only imagine what the true scientific thing for it is because we were talking to Matt on one of our episodes, Legal Seafood, about
Mhm.
essentially the opposite of like
Mm.
the concept of why spicy food, like some people like it, some people can handle a lot, some
Mm.
people can't. And, it really just boiled down to something very simple, but it was very interesting to hear the scientific perspective on that. So I'm sure the brain freeze concept is something super interesting too. So maybe if
Big brain over there only took 20 minutes to catch on to the fact that I want him to Google how brain freezes happen. We're going to pause for a second and wait so we can get this answer.
I was gonna say you said what you started that with a word, and I was like, "Yep, you lost me."
Yeah,
I don't know what that was.
Trigeminal.
Yep,
Yeah,
that.
I'm out.
See,
Trigeminal nerves.
I was just talking about that earlier. About,
That's right. We were just having a full-on conversation about trigeminals, so it's actually funny that you bring that up.
I was doing bicep curls, bench press.
Yep, and it was activating your trigeminal nerves,
There it is,
and that's why there's so much
Yeah.
growth.
Usually about 315, 325 gets you there.
Curling.
Yep.
I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Don't look up trigeminal. Just look up why do brain freezes
Yeah, I
happen.
did. It's using big words.
Oh.
Gon-
Ganja?
well, I don't know. That
Kind of sounds like what he said, but just
what he's saying is what I'm finding. It's kind of like the same thing. Like the
Yeah.
nerves.
can
So
you
those-
Google what my symptoms are? Just I want to see if I have some sort of disease.
Why can't I get a brain freeze?
Why am I not getting a proper brain freeze? I'm only getting a brain
Google
freeze.
AI.
It's based off of like sensitivity though, and like you might have like a lesser
Higher
sensitivity.
tolerance?
Yeah. Higher
Oh, maybe
tolerance.
that's why it's like for you, like spicy food you
So
can't
you're like
do.
the cold miser.
Right, but
you
I can
can-
eat a gallon
yeah.
of ice cream like it's nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
so
the
you're like the
fucking
cold
cold
miser.
miser.
What does that mean? Cold
Oh my-
miser? What's that? Is that like a
Rudolph.
Dude.
Yeah, like the shortstop animation movie.
Yep, short.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? No.
I know Rudolph. I don't know cold
Pull up,
miner.
pull
The Heat Miser?
Heat miser.
them both up because it would make sense for our friendship. Because I'm the heat miser for sure.
Yeah, you can do spicy. I cannot.
Yeah, these two dudes?
Oh, okay. Yes. Yes, that makes
He
sense.
kind of even looks like you.
Okay, I do not look
Look at
like
the
that
chin
guy
on that
at
guy.
all.
Look at the chin on that guy.
This is unbelievable.
Ah!
Ben, don't listen to these guys. Okay, I'm a good person, and I don't deserve the treatment they're giving me right now. Okay, so I guess this is a good question for our audience. How do you guys get your brain freezes? I would like to know. When you chug your Dells and you get a brain freeze, where do you experience it? Because I get mine on the roof of my mouth. Like it goes up like the nerve sensor towards my brain, but then it kind of dies out. So maybe you're just weak. I've been training for a long time.
Mm.
Ben and Jerry gallons every night. Like
True.
it's nothing.
Confirmed.
Anyways, Ben, what's your favorite flavor?
I really loved the grape as a kid, but
Ooh.
it was discontinued.
I've never had the grape. If I'm being honest, I've only had watermelon and lemon.
Really.
Yeah.
But no, the grape, I mean, I'm a grape fan, like grape soda, grape candy, everything. So it's just, I love it.
Mm.
But right now, probably I would go watermelon or blood orange. Just like really nice and sweet, but also a little bit of sourness. So just nice.
What's your favorite flavor?
I was gonna say I'm basic lemonade because like the only flavor I cannot wrap my head around of anything, just let alone Dell's, is anything orange. I just can't do it. I like orange creamsicles, and that's literally it. I've come to like key limes, like key lime pie, a lot of fruity things that I've been enjoying a lot.
Not
but
orange, by the way.
just-
Key lime pie. It's just not.
No, I'm just saying like things like that
Okay,
that you
sorry.
wouldn't normally.
You don't like key lime pie?
I do now. I didn't as a kid. I hated it. I hated all that stuff. But now I do.
All right, so
Just
lemon
not
is
orange.
yours.
But I'm going lemon all the way. Basic,
I'm going
simple.
OG too. Lemon.
Yeah.
Lemon. Yeah. Okay. And you're gonna stick with the grape.
I'll go watermelon. Probably
Watermelon,
more
yeah.
classic.
I got to be honest with you. I'm a watermelon guy.
Yeah.
I'm a sugar addict.
Yeah.
For sure. So like the watermelon, that like extra sweet,
Mm.
it's very refreshing. I go to like Goddard Park and there's always a nice little,
Perfect.
go for a little walk, a little stroll, grab a little watermelon. They
It's
don't
very
always have pretzels
refreshing.
though. That's difficult.
Yeah.
That's difficult. For me.
Especially like the trucks and the cars, so like keeping it somewhere, the
gotta
wind
be-
blowing, like pain.
Gotcha. I don't want to start drama or beef, but like, how do you guys handle knowing that there's like some competitors that are like legitimately just trying to copy and paste something that's been here since 1840?
Yeah. Honestly, like personally, I don't really like think about that type of stuff. We focus on ourselves.
Yeah.
Like worrying about them is kind of, I don't know, non-factor, but
Facts.
But you got to take it as a compliment too, though.
yeah.
Because
I mean,
like,
imitation is the best form of flattery.
I was just going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say mockery, but that one imitation sounds way better because that's what they're doing. Great choice. Great choice in verbiage.
But yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
Sometimes like at our headquarters, I'll find like smash cups of like New England lemonade, or I forget the other big one, but
Mr. Lemon.
Mr. Lemon. Yeah.
Yeah. At least for Rhode Island. That's like
Yeah.
that's like an only Rhode Island type of thing.
Yeah. But-
Versus like New England lemonade. They're kind of throughout New England, I'm imagining, but
Yeah.
I would think
don't
so.
know.
But
If it helps, I've never heard of either of those two.
Yeah.
And even if it's I would probably see it and be like, Dells.
yeah.
yeah. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people kind of just associate them with the same thing.
Yeah.
So
But it's not the same.
no, ours is better.
That's right.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Classic.
Is there a flavor or a product that you guys have tried to concoct and it was just awful and it never made it to the public?
I mean, yeah, actually tons. Like in the R&D team, we're constantly playing around, experimenting. Like cucumber is one that we've done. Made a
Oh God.
soft frozen cucumber and then like cucumber sorbet. Sorbet was not bad.
I was gonna say sorbet is probably a little bit more bearable.
Yeah, the soft frozen, a little funky, but I don't know. It was all right, but it's just like,
And that's like one that you guys actually tried to make. Is there any that like someone suggested and everyone collectively looked at that person like, what?
Clam chowder.
Actually beet.
Why would you say that?
No,
Clam
so we posted that as like a April Fool's Day thing.
Oh,
on our
gotcha. Oh, that's
Instagrams
right. Okay, I
with
did see
Iggy.
this. Yes.
Yeah. So we had a friend of my boss's. I went out to lunch with him, and he was like, "What's that new flavor you guys did? It was something savory. Oh, I couldn't remember it." I was like, "Clam chowder." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "It was a joke." He thought it was real. I don't know.
I do not have any of that.
April Fools will really get you going.
Oh,
Does not
gotcha.
sound good. But
I can only imagine what it's like too, because you have a bunch of creatives in a room of like doing that stuff, and you're trying to figure out like how to come up with something that's gonna top practically perfection as is.
Yeah.
But I'm sure too, like with all the different flavors you could think of nowadays, because if you look at anything else that dives into that fruity realm of or like sugary realm of drinks, candy, anything like that, it's almost like you don't really think too hard.
No.
I can only imagine it's just probably making it right.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
the biggest thing. Like coming up with this stuff is not difficult. Trying to see like what the market wants could be a little difficult, but it's mostly just perfecting it.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, if you could
Mm.
collaborate
Mm.
with any other brand, maybe a specific New
Mm.
England coffee brand,
I
How
know
would
where
you-
you're going.
where has that ever been a thought,
Yeah, actually, yeah. I assume
or maybe done?
hasn't been done.
Okay.
I assume you're talking autocrat. or Dunkin'?
Any Dunkin', Autocrat, New England's Coffee, or any other brand. Oneyville Hot Wieners. Probably not that one. Just throwing it out there.
Might be a similar clam chowder situation there. I don't know.
No, just like
This man just asked for an Oneyville hot wiener Dell's flavor.
If you guys made it, I would.
You need a
try it.
break.
Yeah, I do. Thank you. I'm glad.
Uh,
But no, just a collaborative effort of like, a big New England brand mixing with you guys as another big New England, Rhode Island brand.
yeah, so we've been successful in some of them, like Narragansett. We came out with the Shandy.
Ooh, man, we had
oh.
some pretty crazy nights with them shandies.
They're
So
good.
good.
They're very good.
I mean, I had like a sip, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's still
But
crazy
you
for
sure
me
did.
when you guys got hammered and I got to watch.
But yeah, no. So Warwick ice cream is another one that we did come out with like a lemon ice cream with. There have been talks with, we've had meetings with Autocrat, but just kind of can't get it done. Don't know where to go with it. Like they're kind of fighting each other, like the coffee and the lemon. I don't know. It's tough to collab on things like that don't necessarily go together well.
Right.
But
That makes sense. Okay, so I just want to circle back and touch a little bit upon the philanthropy work and just like Dell's footprint here in Rhode Island, and just like how important it was for the owners to stay in Rhode Island and keep it here local, and then how they have just done stuff throughout the community to ensure that that happens.
yeah, so on the philanthropy, like we really we actually mandate our franchisees, like, hey, if you're going to open up in an area, you got to sponsor youth, like football, basketball, baseball teams, like Little League, things like that.
Love it.
As well as like, I mean, they can do other stuff too if they want to like give stuff away to libraries, schools, whatever they want. But we do mandate, like, you got to do something.
That's awesome.
They follow through, man. Like it's a family thing. It's a nice, fun, happy product. So like, you want to do good for your community. They support you. You got to support them back.
I love that.
Yeah, that's a big part of New England, I feel.
Mm.
I feel like when you are in, and even Connecticut, when you're in one of those 6 states, that small, homey atmosphere, old school mentality, like it stays here. Everyone wants to be, because when you go other places, it's, you go to Florida, you go to Texas, you go to probably California, I can only imagine. You get off the interstate and it's the same 15 businesses lined up like almost cookie cutter, like boom, here you go, next exit, boom, here you go.
Yep.
Not here. Not up in here.
No.
Dunkin' maybe, but that's just because it's Dunkin'. But
Right.
So that's really cool, and I think that says a lot about it's the Deluches, right? Okay, make sure I said that right. And how after all these years they still stuck with that.
Yeah, 100%.
That's
Like
why we take pride in Dells.
still family,
Yeah.
I mean, we're at the great grandson now. When he steps down, he's planning on leaving it to his daughter. So just going to stay with them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's incredibly important for them to stay in Rhode Island, not sell out, not kind of,
100%.
and they've got all their roots here and I love that. That's the
Yeah.
important thing that makes Rhode Island, special in its own unique way.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's jump into our So New England segment here. We're going to kind of specialize this the best we can so that we don't put you on the spot here. Since you're representing Dell's, we won't harass Connecticut. But what I do want you to do is assign a specific Dell's flavor that represents each New England state best.
Cool. Easiest one, Rhode Island. It's got to be lemon. Classic. Started here. Just no brainer. I would go Massachusetts. I would say is probably watermelon. I don't know. Like second most franchise locations, second best flavor, just kind of goes together. Once we go farther north, it's a little tougher. I would go Vermont. I'd probably say it's the apple cider, huge apple. And it just feels very like fall, the most fallish New England state, I guess. So that goes well. Maine, I don't know, maybe blueberry. I think those are big in Maine.
Ooh,
right?
That's a
one.
great
Right?
choice.
Good choice.
Good
And
choice.
Ocean, like huge amount of coastline, blue. I don't know.
Works for me.
You had me.
New Hampshire, I don't know. Maybe
Is there like a maple flavor at all?
no, but that would be a good one. I think that would be really
like
tasty.
a syrupy maple flavor might be something to consider.
Yeah, that'd
Pink
be a good one.
lemonade.
Can we
for
make that the So New England podcast flavor of the month, like a maple?
yeah.
Are we about to do like a little collab here? That'd be awesome.
I'm adding that to my list for sure. I'm gonna look into that. No, New Hampshire, I would say maybe like a tangerine orange, just like
Ooh, I like that.
kind of, I don't know.
Awesome. And then how about Connecticut?
Connecticut, what's something maybe pizza
the clam,
related.
the clammy chowder
Yeah,
thing.
keep it savory.
The clam chowder,
The
probably
April
with a
Fool's
straw.
joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, straw, 100%. No pretzel.
Connecticut people definitely use a straw with their Dells. Have you guys done sponsorships for like major teams? Like like the Patriots or the Bruins, Celtics?
So as far as sponsorships, I'm not positive. I do know that we do sell at Fenway.
You do sell at Fenway
Yep.
Park, that's
and
for sure.
Gillette. So
And Gillette, love it.
I think the next goal is TD Garden, but we'll see.
So then we're going to put Fenway Park number 1.
Mhm.
The best place to have a Dell's, Fenway Park number 1,
that's
number 2,
factual.
Gillette.
Mm.
And then we're working on TD Garden, which would include the Celtics
Yeah.
and the Bruins.
we do a lot at RIFC. We're
nice.
there every game.
We went to the FC game last week, the last fan appreciation night, or the last game of the last home game. I think just home game. I don't know if it was the last game of the season, but it might have been just their last home game. But
we actually got 2 spots in there. So like
nice.
on the upper deck, we have them actually serving like the FC team members, and then down in the like food truck venue, we'll have a truck there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's great.
Worked a couple myself. It is fun but stressful.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Busy.
So I mean, I know you guys have been involved in movies. Do you know specifically if there's any that are New England based that you've been featured in? And if there are multiple, is there one that you think is the best?
The one that I can really think of as like New England based was, I think it's Bill and Marge Go Large. It's like this couple out in Wisconsin were trying to scam the lottery in Massachusetts pretty much. And
I'm in.
the guy from The Office who played Dwight, he was like a cash register attendant.
Rainn Wilson. Yep.
Yeah, Rainn Wilson. And he had like our big lemon top novelty mug on the side right next to him.
Oh, that's
so that was
so
pretty
awesome.
cool.
Oh,
yeah.
I love. Was Dell's in Dumb and Dumber at any point?
I'm sure it had to.
It's
Or like
I
Me,
think
Myself,
so.
and I feel like they were in Dumb and Dumber. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But for some reason I'm remembering that. But
I think maybe both, because Me, Myself, and Irene was shot in Block Island, right?
Newport. Yeah.
Newport?
Newport and Block
Gotcha.
Island. Yeah. It was kind of all over.
Gotcha.
Mostly
I'm
Newport.
sure
but
it's in Family Guy too.
I'm sure it's in Family
it's
Guy.
gotta
It's got to
have
be. Quahog, Rhode Island.
Great place.
I love it. Okay, so typically what we do is we'll ask our guests to add another state or city or country to our 6 beautiful states. Alternatively, if you could sell Dells in another part of the world or another country, what would it be? Like, where do you think we'd be successful?
I think honestly, to answer both of those, I would go like somewhere in Italy, like a Venice or like a Milan, Rome, like something like that.
Place that already has the shaved ice
Exactly.
going on, so you'd be successful, plug and play.
Being an Italian product, it would just fit so well there. And I don't know, I love Italian culture. I love the vibe of Italy. So like plugging it in here in New England, I think would just be so sick.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I could not agree more.
I like that. I like that.
All right, I'm going to go back to the assigning a flavor. Can you assign a flavor for the New England seasons?
So summer, I'll go lemon, easy.
Yep, easy.
Fall, I'll go apple cider, another easy one.
Yep.
Once we go to like winter and spring, I'd say spring could be a good watermelon one. You need that little like extra sweetness to get you to summer.
That's it.
And then winter, I don't know, maybe blueberry, just a little cooler, a little darker. It
Yeah.
kind of fits the vibe.
I like where your head's at with this. This is great.
Mhm.
Now, is there anything that you would say that Dell's has done product wise that you personally think was a little bit like the hype was there, but you didn't buy into it? We can also cut this part out.
I would say honestly our frozen dark hot chocolate. Personally, like I think it needs to be sweeter, a little less chocolate. It's so bitter. It's kind of like a little too dark for me. I like
Gotcha.
sweet. I like really creamy hot chocolate, but
And what is the most underrated product that you guys have that you think people didn't buy into enough that they should have?
I would say something like our novelty products. Like either we got a bunch of like dog leashes, collars, toys. I love those. Like I want to make like pup cup versions of Dells,
Ooh, yeah.
which you can give them Dells. It's fine. They love it. But just something like really associated, just dog.
Right.
I don't know.
Love that. We got
Love
we got a
dogs.
couple of dogs here. I got a little dachshund. Got a little husk.
Yeah.
Well, he's not
Little.
so little, but
Got a bath today. He would have loved Dells. He would smash Dells.
Oh yeah.
No brain up there.
Please,
to
that
freeze.
dog will eat anything.
Yes.
I got a little border collie. I give it to her all the
Yeah.
time.
Oh, that's
all
adorable.
the time.
Love that.
Yep.
Another question.
Mm.
If there was a perfect way to enjoy Dells, What in New England? Like, what would be like the perfect nostalgic day with a Dell's?
I'd say beach, first of all, like Narragansett, Scarborough, something like that. Get on the beach, feet in the sand. Not too hot, but like warm. Pretzel, no straw, and maybe a little bit of limoncello or vodka. I don't know. I like those.
Spice up a little bit. Look at you go, Ben.
Throwing a
You're just
little in these.
relaxing. Yeah, there you go. Having yourself. Now, what is this flavor we have here? This is a flavor that you've been working on yourself.
Yeah. Started that back in May and June, and finally got it all like tweaked, finalized, where I think it's like pretty perfect. And released it right before the Big E up in Massachusetts.
That must be a big event for you guys too, right?
Oh yeah, huge.
Big E guy right here goes every year.
I was gonna say I did see you guys.
Heck yeah.
I'm not a big line guy,
Yeah.
and by the time I saw you guys, my mom had $70 worth of whoopie pies that we needed to get out of there.
Yeah.
So next year when we go, we're gonna go do recon first.
Smart.
My mom's a fiend for whoopie pies.
That's so
funny,
$70.
But yeah, they're so bad. The big ones and the small ones. But yeah, we did see you. We saw Carrie there too. But it was one of those things where I saw it and I was like, oh, that's Dell's. And then I'm like, my mom's a child. Like I'm looking like, oh, excuse me. Come back here.
The lines, like I worked all 3 weekends and we were just getting slammed.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
like,
I bet.
line from 10 a.m. when we opened until like 8 o'clock at night. It was a lot.
Awesome. I love it.
It must be fun though, because you get all that foot traffic. Because do you guys just do the lemonade stuff there? I mean, obviously all the flavors, but do you do like do you sell stuff too?
We sell like hoodies, hats, Christmas ornaments. We brought keychains, stickers.
Nice.
Brought our bottled juice, like just regular liquid juice, lemonade, and then all the frozen flavors. But yeah.
You can be there next year?
Oh yeah.
I'll see you there.
It's fun. Good money too.
If you could sum up Dell's as a company, as a product to individuals who have never had Dell's or been to New England, experienced it before, how would you sell it to them?
I would say first thing, like family, or family, friends. It's the people who you drink it with. You're never just like stopping alone. Like you're doing it at an event, at the beach, hanging out with people. So like just very comforting, nostalgic family, friends time, but
Love that.
That's awesome.
And from a taste bud perspective, how would you sell it to them just like taste wise? Like what someone's like, I don't understand what it is. Like just break it down just from like someone who makes this stuff for a living.
Yeah. I'd say like just mellow, classic, not too much, not too little, just right.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. Okay. You guys are in stores. You got plenty of vendors. You got a bunch of franchisees. So tell us again, how many locations are there total?
Right now, like franchisees, we got, I think 19 or 20.
So 19, 20 locations throughout the U.S.
Yeah. Mostly centered Rhode Island, Massachusetts.
Love it. Awesome. And if people wanted to get your stuff in store, because you guys have like prepackaged.
Yeah. So,
and you also have a bunch of merchandise. Where can everyone get this stuff? Like what stores are you in? Is there an online store? Do you guys ship overnight or anything like that with your product or?
Yeah. So we do ship to homes on Dells.com. I think we also have some of the products on Amazon that might be hit or miss. So don't check Dells.com first.
Yeah.
And then our on-site gift shop location, 1260 Oak Lawn Ave in Cranston.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then you're at Dell's on social media and all that stuff?
Yep. It might be, I think Instagram and TikTok are Dell's Lemonade. And then Facebook, I think it's just Dell's.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This was great.
Yeah,
Man, thank you so much for making the time to come on and talk to us about the history of the delicious Dell's.
Thank you for having me.
Fantastic. All right, folks, that's going to conclude episode 62 of the So New England podcast with our delicious Dell's. Please remember, folks, life's better in New England. You want to try that one again?
I was going to say life's better with Dell's.
Okay, let's do it. Please remember, folks, life's better with Dell's.
Red